Welcome to the Anatomy of Deception, a deep dive into fraud, forgery, and the fundamental law of ownership. We will explore how legal frameworks respond to acts of deception. Deception can be categorized into three universal pillars: agreements, identities, and assets. We will explore the legal response to each pillar, from contract law to intellectual property. Deceptive agreements, specifically fraud under Section 17 of the Indian Contract Act, involve four core elements. These include active concealment, empty promises, reckless assertions, and deliberate ambiguity. The boundary between fraud and innocent misrepresentation hinges on intent. Fraud requires knowledge of falsity and malicious intent, leading to voidable contracts and criminal penalties. Innocent misrepresentation is a civil matter with no criminal intent. Silence becomes active fraud when there is a duty to speak, when the silence is equivalent to speech, or when a change in circumstances renders a previous statement untrue. Moving to the second pillar, identities, we examine forgery. A genuine signature is an automatic, rhythmic, muscular movement. A forged signature, however, is a conscious, labored drawing, lacking natural speed and variation. Forgery can be spurious, meaning simple and without simulation. Traced forgeries are mechanical outlines. Simulated forgeries are freehand drawings, requiring the highest skill but being highly detectable. Forensic examination of a forged signature looks for telltale signs. These include blunt strokes, tremors indicating uncertainty, pen lifts, and patching used to correct visual errors. Finally, we explore assets and the law of ownership. The law protects property rights by decoupling them from physical possession, covering both physical taking, as in Olwell versus Nye and Neeson, and intangible taking, like domain names in Creeman versus Cohen. When a thief sells property, the true owner retains a void title and can reclaim the asset. However, if property is acquired via fraud and sold to a good faith purchaser, the innocent buyer receives a valid title. Intellectual property defines the artificial boundaries for intangible assets. Trademarks protect the source, copyrights protect the expression of an idea, and patents protect a novel invention. The Bowman versus Monsanto case established the limits of patent exhaustion for replicating assets. While you can use or resell the patented physical item, you cannot replicate the protected genetic trait to create a new product. Copyright uses the idea expression gradient to determine protection. Deception in copyright is taking the unique, specific expression, not the general, underlying idea in the public domain. Across all domains, agreements, identities, and assets, deception requires a legal triad. This universal test includes mens rea, or malicious intent, a breach of duty or action, and a measurable loss or harm. The law of ownership is an evolving response to human ingenuity. As commerce and deception mechanisms evolve from physical to digital, the law continually adapts to illuminate intent and protect the legitimate rights of the owner.